Good afternoon. If you put yourself next to Jesus, the contrast would be immense. Anyone next to Jesus would look completely different. The similarities about being human would be the same. Jesus was a man. Jesus breathed and ate and slept. Jesus did all of those things like a human being. In that way, he would compare to you exactly the same. But that's where the similarities would end, because Jesus was God as well. And that meant that Jesus was perfect throughout his entire life. Jesus never committed one sin. Not one time did he step out of line with his parents. Not one time did Jesus sin against and not listen to the government when they told him to do something. Not one time did Jesus say no to somebody in authority when he should have said yes. Not one time did Jesus ever sin, ever, throughout his entire life. That in comparison to you and me. Whatever time of the day it is, I know that you have already committed a sin. I know that I have already committed a sin today. And that's not to count all the sins that you and I committed yesterday and the day before throughout our entire lives. And that's not including the sins we will commit in the future. That's the difference between you and Jesus and me and Jesus. If you put us next to each other, we would look very similar. But that's where the similarities would end. Jesus was perfect, and you and I are not. But God did something about that, of course, and that's what he says in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 21. God made him who did not know sin to become sin for us, so that we might become the righteousness of God in him. Standing right next to Jesus, an exchange has taken place. Jesus, who didn't sin, who knew no sin, became sin because he was taking your sins upon himself. And he did that so that you would not have any sins on your account to count against you anymore, because Jesus has taken all of them. And now you get the righteousness, you get the perfection that Jesus lived and earned in your place. You get that perfection and righteousness, so that when God looks at you now, he doesn't see sin. He sees the righteousness of Christ in you. That exchange takes place. That is what saves you. That is what allows you a place in heaven. Until we see each other again, the Lord's blessings on your day.